Hey, so much information and so many things I want to talk to you about with Novatech. Some are good and some are, we'll talk about that. Before we get into that, I always got to give you a chance to read this disclaimer. All right, guys, let's get to it and do it. Let's get right into it. In fact, I'm going to the official Novatech channel. Now, this was actually March 31st that this news came down, and so there's been a lot of updates, a ton of updates, so stay to the end because we have a lot to talk about. So let's go ahead, jump right in and get started. It says breaking news. Okay, dear member, we want to first take a moment to thank our users who have trusted Novatech with their investment over the last 4 years. Clap that up because Novatech has been doing it for 4 years. That is awesome. And as far as this area, I think it's unprecedented. So that is wonderful. And want to ensure all that we are committed to continue and to thrive and prosper in this ever-changing environment. We recognize that in order to do so, that adaptation is a requirement of any business who wishes to remain relevant in the marketplace. With that said, we would like to provide our users with some enhancements to our program, along with future guidelines for managing the flow of finances. Effective April 1st, so that was this past Saturday, so this is already in effect. We would like to announce the following changes to our existing compensation plan and briefly explain the mindset behind the changes. So here are the changes. Here we go. And I like how they numbered them, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate Novatech for being upfront and giving this information. So let's get into it. Number one, Novatech wishes to waive the service fee charged to our members for the months of April, May, and June. We appreciate the patience and encouragement of our members. Members have demonstrated over the past few months. And although it may seem a small token to most, we think it's only fair we offer this as a gesture of our appreciation. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read this whole thing, then I'll give you my thoughts at the end. So, okay. Please note, during this time, residual income, which is based on this fee, will also be suspended, which makes sense. I mean, if you're not charging the fee, you certainly can't pay people for the fee. So that makes sense. So I understand that. Indirect referral fees will be temporarily suspended. Indirect referral fees will be temporarily suspended. And what that means is, indirect means if I brought on you, and then you brought on somebody. Normally, in the normal way of happening, I would get a fee for the person you brought on. But now only fees are being paid to the person, that initial person that I bring on or you bring on, or however that goes. So indirect referral fees are being temporarily suspended. In return, direct referral fees will be increased by 50%. Please reference updated compensation plan in the back office. Okay, the profit sharing pool will be temporarily suspended, resuming third quarter 2023. Please note, users must maintain current ranks in order to qualify for the pool. Lifetime ranks will no longer apply. We feel the above changes will help reward members who are actively investing and building with our business and wish to continue doing so, while eliminating unnecessary compensation that may cause further strain on our business model. In reference to current and future cash out requests and processing, we wish to honor our promise to resume trading cash out withdrawals as of April 1st, 2023. However, we also recognize the need to set parameters in doing so in order for us to resume a normal, realistic flow of finance, effective immediately. EI, I used to call these EI and when I was in corporate America, effective immediately, because that meant it was right now. The following guidelines will be implemented until further notice. Bonus withdrawals will be limited to Monday each week from 12 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The goal is to pay all requests made during a specific week before the next withdrawal period begins. We understand this may take a reasonable period of time to adjust to, and hopefully they'll. Anyway, let me finish. Trading withdrawals will be limited to the first to the 5th of every month, payable by the 30th of each month. Trading withdrawal requests will also be subject to the following guidelines. Okay, capital trading balances requests will be limited to no more than 5% of the trading balance for the month of April, increasing to 10% for the month of May and 15% for the month of June and ongoing. Okay, so 5% withdrawal fee will apply to all trading cash out requests. Withdrawal fees for the first 90 days. And the 14-day cancellation policy is still in effect. So if you started and you want to just back out within 14 days, you can still do that. After that time, you go under this area if you're wanting to pull out. All changes will apply for as long as needed, till such time as Novatech feels the parameters can be adjusted. In order to prepare for the updates above, the following activities will begin to take place. All existing trading balance requests will be returned to trading accounts and will be subject to the new guidelines. This will allow you to also continue earning ROI on these balances. So all that, if you already put in a trading balance request, they wiped that out. That's going to be returned to your trading accounts, and now you have a chance to do that again. You got to put it again. Got to put in a new request. All existing bonus balance requests made prior to March 14. Now, this is not the trading balance. This is the bonus balance request prior to March 14th, which was not that long ago. It really wasn't that long ago. Will be canceled and also moved to the trading account. This will not only relieve Novatech of trying to continuously play catch up, will also allow many users who express intent in doing so the ability to earn ROI on these balances as well. While we know some of these changes will take time to adjust, we strongly recommend we must adapt in order to ensure we continue to strive as business. We again appreciate everyone's patience and value for your trust. Reverend Cynthia Petion, CEO, Novatech, yada, 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 and we see all the hearts and likes and everything. So that is the news. Heavy news. So think of it this way. If you were, looking for that April 1st date, and you're looking for your trading balance to be returned to you, they're saying 5%. Now remember, this also goes with the $250 minimum withdrawal. So those aren't separate things; they work hand in hand. So let me give you an example. Let's say, for instance, you had $10,000. You had $10,000, and $10,000. So 5% of $10,000 would be $500. So you'd be able to get that out. You'd be able to get that part out. However, if you didn't have that big of a trading balance, let's say you had $5,000. Now $5,000 is a lot for some people. It's not a lot to others, and that's okay. That's okay. So 10% of $5,000 is $500. Half of that is $250. So you'd be right there. So $5,000, you can get it out. 5% of $5,000 is $250. If you're under that $5,000 limit, $4,725, you can't get your. So don't even put it in there. Don't even apply for your trading, because you're not going to get it. It's going to be rejected because you're not going to meet that minimum withdrawal threshold. You're not going to meet it. Now, in the coming months, they say 10 in May, and then I believe 15 in July. Maybe you will meet though. Maybe that as that amount goes up, you can get it then, but you can't get it now. So it just depends on how much you had in there, and that's where they are. That's where they are right now. And so that's a lot I would encourage you to join the group. That's a lot to digest. Read through this, go through this, see how this applies to you, and then really, there's nothing else you can do. I mean, you can complain, you can be upset, you can be da, but it's really not going to make a difference. It's really not going to make a difference. And that's, once again, I understand it. So here's the deal. I get it. If we look at this as our personal finances, we all know your financial situation. Many of us, I'm just going to throw myself out there, many of us have had financial difficulties. And in those times, some of us had to rob Peter to pay Paul. We had to take here do this, move some things around. Some things didn't get paid, in hopes that times will change, things will get better, and we be able to come through that. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. And I don't know what the end result will be for Novatech. I don't know if this is going to work or not. I really honestly believe they're trying to do the best that they can. I also believe, having said that, I also believe that they are really struggling financially. And that's to be expected when you have the changes they made. I hope it works out. I really do. However, at this point, it's just not looking good, guys. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's just not looking good. But wait, there's more. So that was just one announcement. So they have in all the different languages. So there's more announcements. So you go through here, the different languages. They want to make sure everybody understood this. Yada, yada, yada. And this was Sunday, so we're not going to go through that. Okay, Novatech developers are working behind the scenes, making necessary changes to our accounts. Many of you are seeking funds that are supposed to be added to your trading account, going to your bonus account. This is a part of the this is a part of the process. The system will not allow you to withdraw what you're not supposed to. The entire migration should be done by Monday, when it's time for us to get access to bonus withdrawals. Remember, if you made a request to withdraw before March 14th, those will be put back into the trading. Any requests after March 14th will be available for you to reinvest or to withdraw. So that was that. And then we go here, and this is just like I said, it was a busy weekend. It says, attention again. Some of you are moving your funds manually. You will only complicate the process for yourself. Let's allow Novatech to complete the process so we can be ready for Monday. And this is all happening this weekend. That shows you that there's a lot of anxiety. That shows that there's a lot of people like, I got to get it. I got to get it before it's gone. Please be patient and don't do anything that you may regret and won't be able to fix. And then it's just in the different languages. And then there's a message here that was kind of funny. So definitely listen to that. And here's more information. If you manually moved your funds while Novatech was doing their processing over the weekend, you jumped the gun. You went too quick. The system was programmed to do it. And because you manually did it, the system still will take what it was programmed to do, and move it to your trading account. The bright side of the 5% of you who unintentionally did the manual move is that you will have a larger trading balance, which means more weekly profits that you're not withdrawing. But anyway, nevertheless, if you don't see the bright side of it, well, then lesson learned is to be anxious for nothing and be patient for everything. Okay, so that is kind of the end of the information right there. So long story short, my take on this is, like I said, I believe for 4 years, this has been running along great. This has been running along as a well-oiled machine, but they've run into some difficult times. And so now they're trying to make the adjustments on the fly to make sure this thing stays afloat. Will it work? Will it not work? I don't know. Who knows? Nobody knows. Nobody knows at this point, but I hope it does. I understand it. I understand the adjustments, the need for adjustments. I just think, for a lot of people, this is just going to be some tough news, some tough things to deal with. But at the same time, getting upset, getting frustrated, and doing all that won't benefit you because there's nothing that you can do about it. This is outside of your control. So I encourage you to try to find some peace. I'm not saying this is great news. Try to find some peace about the things and move forward in the things that you can control, because this is certainly something that is out of your control. And I wish the best for Novatech and everybody that's in it. So if you got value from this, make sure you hit the thumbs up. That's always appreciated. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're not part of my Telegram channel, make sure you subscribe to that as well. And make sure that you check out this next video as I give you my top 5 platforms for April.